5 brand new designer fragrances for men ranked. So it goes without saying that whenever a designer brand comes out with a brand new fragrance, I want to have it in my hands. I want to get it in my collection. And of course, I want to do my due diligence to review it for my loyal audience here on YouTube. So first things first, I just want to convey a very sincere thank you to everybody who's tuning into this video. Thank you so much for watching. And before I dive into the list, I just want to say that if you're a fan of fragrance related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. This has been a very strong year for a lot of designer brands. We see a lot of designer brands putting out flankers to existing fragrances, brand new benchmark releases, and I think all of which are actually quite exciting. And there are certain fragrances that I have fallen in love with, and I consider them to be somewhat of a signature scent for me and a staple in my collection. But then of course, there are also other fragrances that are just flankers and maybe I was a bit disinterested or indifferent to them. But nevertheless, I'm gonna rank these 5 brand new designer fragrance releases. And by the way, I've acquired more than 20 or 30 brand new designer releases throughout the course of this year. I mean, it is September, if we're being honest. But of course, these are the 5 that I'm going to be talking about. And we'll go ahead and start things off with the fragrance in the number 5 spot. Now, of course, this is the brand new Prada Paradigm. Green bottle, really beautiful aesthetic to this one. This is actually a very clean type of a fragrance. And the one thing that I've always associated with Prada fragrances is the utilization of the note of iris. Now, iris comes across very clean, very floral, very serene at times. The smell of it can be equated to the note of lipstick, and to my surprise, when I looked at the note breakdown, this one possesses a clean vibe without necessarily or explicitly containing an iris ingredient. So I was a bit surprised by it because it's such a deviation from what the Prada brand has done in the past, whether we're talking about Infusion D'Homme or Infusion d'Iris Cidre, which is the revamped version of Infusion D'Homme, or even Prada L'Homme. There's so many fragrances from the Prada brand that have utilized iris in such a beautiful way. And this one manages to have a fresh vibe without necessarily containing iris. I like it. It's very easy to recommend. It's very versatile, very safe. Some may consider it to be a bit uninspiring, and I say that because it's not a very complicated release. It's very simple, very straightforward. I think it gets the job done. It's not trying to reinvent any proverbial wheels. So in the number 5 spot, I would talk about Prada Paradigm. Now, of course, we have a brand new fragrance by Dolce & Gabbana, and Devotion came out some time ago, composed by Olivier Cresp, who is the gourmand king. He's done Angel by Thierry Mugler, which was released in the early 90s. So he has pretty much erected or pioneered the gourmand genre. Well, this one has amberwood in the dry down. It has a bit of a vanillic presence as well, but it also contains lavender and coffee. This is the brand new Devotion Parfum. Now, it looks very similar to the Eau de Toilette, with the difference being that this bottle is a bit more ambery in appearance. So you can tell it has a bit more of a golden hue. This is the Parfum version. Now, surprisingly, this doesn't behave like a Parfum. And the reason I say that is because I feel as though the coffee has been significantly toned down. When you do a side-by-side, you'll see exactly what I mean. And the aromatic properties have been amplified. So I think this has the mass appeal that the original does not. And the original is actually more daring, but I feel like the amberwood has been turned up a bit as well, thus contributing to the gourmand properties of the fragrance. It's a very smooth, agreeable fragrance, and it's one that I feel like if you're into those like calming, and lavender has that effect, right? Lavender, especially with its use in aromatherapy, is used to promote a tranquil, relaxing vibe. This one might be your slice of cake, right? If this is exactly what you're looking for. And speaking about comfort and peace and tranquility, I do want to mention that I consider mental health to be of the utmost importance. I've been attending therapy since last year, and this is why I want to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about the paid sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. Well, first, you go to their website. You can use my link, betterhelp.com/ betterhelp.com/redolessence. You answer a few questions and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping others with struggles just like yours. You can do this all from the comfort of your phone or computer via phone call, video chat, or messaging, however you feel most comfortable. It's the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist. You'll be matched to a therapist usually within 48 hours, so you can get started pretty fast. So let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you all from the comfort of your own home. Of course, visit betterhelp.com/redolessence, or you can choose Redolessence during sign up and you can enjoy a special discount on your first month. So of course, please prioritize your mental health. It is paramount. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Let's continue with the video. Now, in the number 3 spot, I do want to talk about this fragrance, which basically takes the DNA of its predecessors. This is the 4th one, and it actually adds leather to the dry down. And I love that the leather in this next one is not too dark or aggressive, but it does have this masculine and confident demeanor about it. This one is Burberry Hero, and I believe this is the Parfum Intense, right? So all of these designations are kind of bleeding into one. There was the Eau de Toilette, then the Eau de Parfum, then the Parfum. Now this is the Parfum Intense. And a lot of times as consumers, we go into it thinking, oh, okay, this is gonna smell exactly like the previous iteration, but it's gonna be a bit stronger. That's not the case. Especially with these, there's a bit of a uniformity, right? You do pick up on the motif, the bridging factor that is connecting all of them to one another. But at the end of the day, this one has the added leather. There was a previous iteration that had like this green pine thing happening in the dry down. The original has like 3 types of cedar wood, so it's very woodsy, but there's nothing sweet about it at all. And I personally find that the Eau de Parfum had like this Stronger With You by Emporio Armani DNA in there somewhere, like this creamy vanilla tonka bean nutty vibe. Anyway, this one has the leather and I really do like it. I think it's gonna be more suitable for the colder months of the year. So right around this time of the year, right, when the seasons start to change, I mean, fall is almost here. This is definitely the fragrance that I'm gonna be wearing. In the number 2 spot, I love this one. This might actually be my favorite release of the year so far. I could have included, what is it called? Metallic Musk, Spice Bomb Metallic Musk by Victor and Rolf. I have that one as well. I didn't include it, but perhaps I'll do a part 2, or maybe in hindsight, I should have done a top 10, but I don't want this video to be super drawn out. I actually do find that this fragrance is amazing. This one seems a bit darker than its predecessors, and that's what I've been seeing, right? We started with the Eau de Toilette, which was incredibly diffusive, and I mean, the projection on it was remarkable. And then with each flanker that came out, it got darker and darker and darker, sitting closer to the skin, but the longevity has been improving. Well, we're talking about the brand new Bleu de Chanel, and I almost said L'Explicite, but it's L'Exclusif, right? Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif. I don't know what's so exclusive about it, maybe the price tag, but this perfume is incredible. I really don't really like the fact that this one is a different presentation. It's shorter, it's fatter. I just think I like the way that the original looks, right? It's a bit taller, it's a bit more slender. This one, I don't think they made the bottle look more masculine in any way. I do pick up on a bit more of a heavier aromatic presence with some amplified amber in the dry down. But Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif by Chanel is such an amazing fragrance, the same compliment factor as its predecessors, and I've also been getting a lot of compliments with this flanker as well. Now, let's talk about the fragrance that I decided to position in the number 1 spot, and I was actually quite surprised by this fragrance. And I say that because after having tried it on a number of occasions, I took a trip to Chicago, I brought this one with me, I wore this so much. If there's any way for you to see the dent in my bottle, you'll see exactly how much I've worn it. And I'm really enjoying this one as of late. So this one is ginger and leather. Those are the 2 predominant notes, and it is a brand new fragrance reinvented. So it took an old concept, but it put it in a slightly different presentation, borrowed the name a little bit, but even the name of the brand has been rebranded. So we're going from Hugo Boss to just Boss. And this is part of the Boss bottled collection, of which I have almost all of them. I have Tonic, I have the original Boss bottled, I have some of the collector's editions, I have Boss bottled Marine. Off to my side here, I have so many from the brand, and I purchased so many throughout the years. This is the brand new Boss bottled Beyond by Boss. So when I first smelled it, I said, oh yeah, this is just a very safe, mass appealing designer fragrance. Like, okay, cool, it is what it is. And I just kind of put it off to the side and I didn't think about it too much. And then one day I felt compelled to wear it again. And I said, you know what, let me give it a full wearing. Let me see what I get from it. And it smells amazing. I'm really, really enjoying it. There's this like subtle sweetness in the dry down. The ginger is like gently spiced, but there's like this sweet leather thing happening in the dry down. Again, not aggressive. It's not assertive or domineering or anything like that. But this one is so easy to wear and there's this mass appeal about it. And I went to Chicago, I met up with my friend Rocco, my friend Mary, and I met a few other people there for the first time. And everybody had something positive to say about it. They were like, what are you wearing today? And I was at a boutique actually. And I said, well, I feel bad telling you what it is because it's not being carried at this boutique, but I wasn't gonna gatekeep. And I told them it's the brand new Boss Bottled Beyond by Boss. Honestly, this is an awesome fragrance and I just love it. It's so versatile. You can wear it any time of the year. Longevity on this one is about 7 to 8 hours depending on skin chemistry, but it's super mass appealing and it's just a very clean, very well put together fragrance. Again, just like Prada Paradigm, not overly complicated, but I really love the execution of this fragrance. And I think in many ways it's a hidden gem. My only wish is that it gets stronger with time. You know, as fragrances are left to macerate over the course of a certain period of time, they actually get stronger. And I'm really hoping that that happens with my Boss Bottled Beyond. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching. Please do me a favor, check out today's sponsor, which is BetterHelp. I absolutely love the partnership that I have with them and the deal that they've given to all of the Redolessence family here on the platform. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you took anything of value from today's episode, please do me a favor and consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. So thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.